With war booming worldwide, people wonder if Superman's peaceful acts will fix the world. They got the solution when another superhero team called the Elites, believers in violence, arrived. There's a struggle for balance in society. Who will win? Hello, today, Anytime will show you the recap of an anime titled Superman vs. the Elite. Spoiler alert, watch out and take care. Clark is with Lois Lane in front of a screen and they watch an animated cartoon of Superman. In the comic, Superman catches two boys performing evil acts and he drags them away, legendarily ending the cartoon with "I will show you crime doesn't pay." After watching the video, Lois can't hide her disgust and she asks him if the S at the beginning of Superman means stupid. He tells her the proceeds from the movie are going to charity and she asks if he got anything for his inspirational post. As they talk, she reminds him that people are always looking forward to Superman and he tells her not every time and he attempts to lean forward to kiss her. However, before the union of their lips, they hear a loud noise. He goes towards the direction of the noise and he sees a man screaming, "Help me," as he touches the man. He turns into dust. He figures it's the handiwork of the atomic skull. Before much calamity is achieved, he leaves the scene, goes to change into his Superman outfit, and returns. He hits Atomic Skull and asks him why he did what he had done. Atomic Skull tells him the victims are bait as he needs to call out his real target, which is Superman. He comments that the Atomic Skull is now bigger and he tells him the device that created him is still strong. They fight and Atomic Skull keeps using all his skills. Eventually, he throws the Atomic Skull into the water and defeats him. He takes him away. Following that issue, a team of 4 superheroes called the Elites arrives in the city. As they touch down, one of them, who doubles up as their leader, Black Manchester, who has telepath and telekinetic ability, tells the others he will find Superman. On the other hand, Superman is at the UN meeting. He's interrogated by Baxter, who asks him why he didn't kill Atomic Skull immediately, considering the amount of destruction the supervillain has caused. Baxter continues and tells Superman that if he wanted to fix the world, he should fix it. However, Superman replies with a contrary opinion. He says he isn't the law, the jury, or the executioner, so he doesn't have any right to kill anyone, and he also doesn't believe humans need saving. He says humans are cool personalities, and if they get to know them better, they will find out. On the other hand, Black watches the meeting. The representative of Bialya screams during the meeting that his country has been invaded by his neighboring country, Pokolistani. Superman leaves the meeting immediately to interfere, and they find out that Pokolistani has deployed a new biotech weapon in the form of an animal. The Bialya attempts to fight this weapon, but their skills prove abortive. Eventually, the Elites arrive. Superman watches one of them use the ray of his hands to shoot the creature, while Pan releases some creatures inside her cloth to divide the creature into 2. However, the creature keeps resurrecting. Not knowing what more to do, Black speaks to Superman. He tells Superman that the only way to defeat the device is to freeze it, and when Superman does as he has been told, the creature dies. He meets with the Elites, and as Hat sees him, he comments that Superman is tall. Before he asks them to introduce themselves, they disappear. Upon arriving at work, he writes a report about the Elites, and Lane tells him a woman in England says she knows them. He visits England, where he hears the woman, Mrs. Munch, talking about how the Elites help her out at her farm. They realize she doesn't know them, and Lane leaves to get information. Just as Superman stands, Black arrives to speak to him. He asks why Superman has come in search of them, and Superman tells him it's because they didn't leave any information about themselves. He says he will speak to Superman, but not in that place. He takes Superman toward an island where Superman meets the other members, Coldcast, a man who can emit electrical energy, and Menagerie, called Pam, who can bring out creatures from her body, and Hat, who can bring things out of his hat. Black tries to explain who they are to Superman and asks to touch Superman's head, but at first, Superman refuses. He insists that he prefers if Superman sees what he's talking about, so Superman accepts. He shows Superman his family. Born as the fifth son into a family of 4 elder sons, his mother died after giving birth to her last child, which turns out to be female. He's left with his drunk father, and he's saddled with the responsibility of taking care of his sister, who seems like the one taking care of him. He would go out with his sister, who would cry and distract people while he stole their purses. They do their acts one day, and as they try to calculate their gains, he starts having severe headaches. He figures it's puberty, and he's so weak that he can't walk, crippled on the floor. Their last victim comes with police officers. As the lady points to them and the officers attempt to arrest them, his sister runs with stones to hit the officers. She does so, and during the commotion, she's thrown toward a moving train. He screams and hopes the train will stop, and you have to imagine his shock when the train actually stops. He saves his sister and realizes what he has been feeling isn't puberty, it's power. He gets to know the government, who taught him how to use this power for the people, and meets his crew during a mission to Africa. After his story, Superman asks about his sister, and he comments that not all stories end well. He starts hearing noises again and figures people are screaming somewhere. In another place, a city has been attacked and the tunnels are blocked. A train is in the tunnel, and the villains have opened streams of water into the tunnel, hoping to kill the passengers in the plane. The elites and Superman arrive. Superman asks Black if he can teleport the people, and they try it out despite how risky it is. They succeed and save the people. Cold Cast brings the perpetrators of the crime, and Black starts torturing them. Superman begs him to leave them, and they will imprison them, but Black says they will do the same thing again. After the issue, they all go to their respective places. Superman meets with Lois, who says she has searched about Black's story. There's nothing about Black's sister, not even a death certificate. She says the people support the elites. Superman says if the people see how the elites want to kill the villains. Lois tells him that the people would love it better if the villains are killed. At about the same time, they hear a public broadcast from Black. Black tells the world that the elites are here and will kill everyone who does evil, and there will be no mercy. The people support this idea, but Superman and Lois are against it. Superman tries to find the direction of the news, and he goes there while Lois looks for more information about Black. As Superman flies towards them, he's stopped by some Pokolistani robots who attempt to kill him for supporting their opposing country. Fortunately, the elites arrive, and they kill the robots. He finds himself at the elite quarters, and they help him recover. He tries to talk to Black about their ways of acts, but Black tells him they do not believe in jailing criminals, and criminals deserve to die for their sins. On the other hand, after Lois fails to find information about Black, she meets Black's sister, who tells Lois her brother doesn't know what he's doing. She gives her a document that exposes the elites. On the other hand, Atomic Skull breaks out of jail. Terrence, the son of Baxter, hears this and runs to the scene. His father follows him, and as the fight between Atomic Skull, elites, and Superman continues, Baxter does. Eventually, Superman defeats Atomic Skull, and Black attempts to kill him. Superman stops Black and says Atomic Skull is returning to jail. Terrence doesn't like this idea, and he screams that Atomic Skull should be killed. All the citizens around scream that Superman's way aren't working, and if the Atomic Skull has been killed since he was first caught, there won't be further death. Before Superman can stop Black, Black kills Atomic Skull. It's as though everyone in the country cancels Superman. The people start praising the elites, and Superman locks himself depressingly. He receives a call from Lois, who tells him she has read the document she got, and Black's story is a lie. Before she finishes, Black arrives with his team. They inform him they have sent robots to destroy all of Pokolistani, and he goes there immediately to stop the attack. After stopping it, he tells them he will call the two countries' leaders together and urge them to fight for peace. But they inform him they have killed all the country's leaders. At this point, Superman is ready to fight them, but he asks them to go to a place away from humans. They leave for outer space, but the elite broadcasts the fight. Cold Cast attacks Superman and assumes he has defeated him, and as they celebrate, Superman arrives. He speaks to them and tells them he understands how the world works. He poisons Pam and removes the creatures in her. He releases a wind wave that destroys Hat. In fear, Black and Cold Cast go to a populated place, hoping he won't attack them there, but he attacks and he kills Cold Cast. He destroys Black's energy source and goes to hit him. Black realizes he will soon die like his colleagues, so he takes the last opportunity to tell the people that Superman is just like them and will kill people like them. But Superman tells him he isn't like them. He shows his robots who have protected all the citizens around and ensured no loss of life. He tells Black that his colleagues are in prison and they are being stripped of their powers. The people understand that violence isn't an answer, and they eventually believe in Superman's way. Superman flies away with Lois, who has been concerned about him as the movie ends. Thanks for watching the recap. Kindly subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post the next recap. See you next time.